different things. We've gone through relationships and marriages and children and careers and just issues, just life, disappointment.
Right, they have common denominators. They may not be the same.
I was going through something very traumatic and was just having a very difficult time with moving. We're just having a difficult time. It wasn't even time to move forward because my son had just passed away and had transitioned. So I was having a difficult time, and it was the friendship that I had with you, like with Jeneil McClure and Celeste, that brought me, and they embraced me. It was just an incredible experience, even in my time of grief. So we're back 2 years later.
But even going back to what happened during that time, it was amazing. Just for 3 days we were together.
3 days,
transformation that we saw, because when you came, you were so broken that you could. I mean, you were moving with a heaviness, and it was so on your face and your eyes, and of course, not a lot of time had transpired, but we just saw healing take place. Not a total healing, but healing just through support, through genuine love and care, and God just broke something in you, and it was amazing. That was amazing.
I think when I came here, and although when I left, I was still feeling, certainly all of that I was feeling, but the beginning, like you said, I think it was the beginning of my process, knowing that, or even hoping or wanting to hope that healing or moving forward was possible, that it was possible for me to smile, to laugh, because I came here and, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling that I could, enjoy myself the way that sister girlfriends do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When I saw you come through the door, because I was broken weeks ago when Jeneil told me.
Yeah.
And I was just so happy that you agreed to come.
Yeah.
And that you were able to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you came through that door, that was not Gwen. And it was no words. It was nothing I could tell you. All I did was hug you.
Yeah.
You were just like in a bundle.
Yeah.
You couldn't stand up. You couldn't hold your head up. You couldn't open up. You were just tight, just like trying to hold yourself.
Yeah, I was bent over in pain. I was my grief. I was carrying that grief. Yeah,
I could literally see it.
Yeah.
And even though we were all here for the retreat, we gave you your time. We were still able to enjoy the retreat and continue to pray for you and be here and be supportive for you. And throughout the retreat, towards the end, you had a long ways to go, but I could see a twinkling. It was starting. The process was starting to take place. You were able to smile. You walked on the beach with us.
I did. Yep, I did. I walked on the beach.
And sang.
Yes, we did. We sang.
We were at the pool, and I seen some of that Gwen come out, that competitiveness. That spirit, that spirit,
That's right.
And
I'm down, but I'm not out.
Okay, and I was just happy to be with you through that time, because there's nothing you can say. All I want to do is
it's not anything to
let you know that we're here.
Yeah, and there's nothing like friends. That's all I got to say. There's nothing like a true friend. You don't have to see them every day. You don't have to talk to them every day. But when you have somebody in your corner, somebody standing with you, somebody you can call on if and when you need them, or if you even feel like it, or will call you when you don't feel like calling them. Or just knowing you got somebody. And I know that I have a team of sister girlfriends. That I would not trade for anything, because we've gone through some things. We've gone through some things in life.
Yes.
We were talking specifically just now about me, what I've gone through with the transition of my son Miles. But I'm talking about all kind of things in life that we go through.
Yes, we've all had different things that were. It may not be the same thing, but we've had things that have occurred in life
that knocked us down.
and
we
knock
needed
us
support.
down. Yeah. Oh yeah, but we needed support.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning as I'm walking and learning more about myself and becoming more true to myself and just and embracing all that I am, all of the woman that I'm becoming. It's a journey that even 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, that I couldn't see myself on. I could not. There's no way that I could have seen where I was then and to see where I am now. Yeah. There's no way. And so that's the journey I'm on. And there are so many other people. And you all have been on the journey with me. There are years, we have years of it, of relationships sitting here at this table. Years of relationship. And so we've gone through a lot of different things. We've gone through relationships and marriages and children and careers and just issues, just life, disappointment.
Right. They have common denominators. They may not be the same thing, but they have common denominators. They bring about fear, anxiety. They bring some of the same things.
And security.
Security, absolutely.
Exactly.
So, and I think those are some of the things that we have to talk about and be more transparent about. Some people, we need to be more transparent about it. And that's what I'm doing. It may not be everybody's journey, but that's definitely a part of my purpose and a part of who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing at this time. So being transparent, trusting that whatever it is I'm supposed to give to others, whatever it is I'm supposed to show and to just expose other people too, that I have to be true to that. And that's this journey that I'm on. That's what I'm doing right now. And so I just believe, I'm telling you, I honestly believe that the more we have conversations like this, the more conversations that sisters get together and talk about, and I want to talk about the book that I'm writing and open up that book and say, you know what, chapter 2, I can relate to. Chapter 5, oh, that's me. Let's talk about this. Have you ever gone through this? I want to open up those issues that we don't really talk about. We may skirt around them.
Oh, yeah.
We, those issues. We skirt around it because nobody really talks about it because they're afraid of being judged.
Yes.
Right. They're afraid of, what will people think about me and how will their opinion change of me? How will I feel about myself?
No one wants to take off the mask.
No one wants to take off the mask.
We're expected to look a certain way, act a certain way. Yeah. But I think the experiences actually happen so we can become real. And, God forces us. He doesn't do bad things to us, but he uses things that occur to make us who he intends us to be.
Yeah. I truly believe that. I believe that. That's rich. That's rich. Really that is rich. I like that. So I believe that. So, when I was here 2 years ago, I never could have, the brokenness. We had another sister who said something to us yesterday, one of our friends, and she said that when I came in, when she saw me, much like what you saw, Celeste, was that she said, I just saw gray.
Yeah.
Gray. Yeah. There was no life in me. I was just gray. And those are the things that when you're going through something, when I was going through something, and when I go through, when all of us go through things, we don't even see. We feel the weight of it. Yes. We see that. We feel the heaviness of it. We feel the pain of it. But the picture,
we don't see what it looks
like. We don't necessarily see what it looks like. And so to have her say, I remember so vividly, and you say, when I came in, I was so heavy. I was so heavy with pain and grief that I was bent over, literally, physically. And so, so to hear that, and then to see where I am today. Am I hurting today? Absolutely, I hurt. But, listen to this. But now, not that I didn't have purpose in my hurt, but now I hurt with purpose.
Yes.
I have a new revelation of working through a process and what is possible. You know, what's possible for me if I go through the process. If I don't get in the middle or stop at the beginning. We all go through different things and we all have different experiences and we're different people, so we're going to respond and react the same, you know, differently.
Right.
Differently. But for me, what I've learned, and I know you all could say the same because I know you all. Right. I know that you two ladies. Is that as we start going through process, then we can assign, we see a purpose in it. Okay, if I do, you know, there's something beyond here, beyond this point. And so as I've been going, and I'm speaking specifically about my grief journey through the process, as I am learning and growing and allowing and having and opening up to different, you know, just different things, then I find that I'm growing through it. You said it yesterday, I'm no stronger than anyone else, Jeneil. I am no stronger than you. I'm no stronger than you, Celeste. I'm no stronger than the average person. But what I do have is resources, relationships that strengthen me, that encourage me, that inspire me, that gives me hope that I can go through this process.
And you're giving that to other people, inspiring them, encouraging them, giving them hope. Yeah. What you're getting, you're giving it out. You're giving it back.
You're sharing it.
You're sharing it.
And you know, I just believe, I know, and we've talked about this a lot, that part of it, that's my purpose.
Yeah,
for such a time as this, I'm an encourager, I'm a motivator. I feel fulfilled. I feel in purpose. I feel I'm walking out my destiny when I'm helping, when I'm encouraging, when I'm motivating, when I'm using the tools and the resources and the wisdom.
Yes.
That God has given me, that I've obtained, however that God has given me. I'm using those resources and those tools to help somebody else. Yes. Because, you know, someone else may not have the ability to do to have access to the things that I've had access to.
Exactly.
And so that's why it's important to me to give, to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, to say, you know what, you're going to make it. Just like you told me, you're going to make it.
Right.
On days when I'm like broken and hurting, and regardless of what I'm going through, to have a sister to come alongside me and say, you know what, you're going to make it. You're going to make it through this. We are going to make it together. I always say together we're going to make it, because I don't believe, you know, no man is an island unto himself.
Right.
That means I need you. You need me.
Exactly.
And together we form this circle. And if we hold on, if we just hold on to God, hold on to each other, and we can make it. We can make it through. So
the interesting thing about God is we are trusting in God to do it, but He does it through people.
Through people, absolutely.
He uses people to get it done.
Absolutely, He uses people to get it done.
We pray to Him, we trust Him, but He uses people.
Yeah. So I'm so glad we sat down tonight to have this little conversation.
2 years forward?
Can we jump 2 years forward? Absolutely.
When you came through that door 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Sitting out on the patio, waiting for you guys to get here, and you ran. I didn't even hear the front door open.
Hey, I'm in the house.
You had just blossomed.
Yeah.
It wasn't fake.
Yeah.
It was real.
It was
heartfelt.
real.
And I felt because I've seen your journey thanks to social media.
Yeah.
I was able to see your journey, and every time you decide to pour it out in writing, and I was like, Gwen is growing.
Yeah.
She's growing. I can't believe, look at this.
And
I can't say
healed.
I can't believe this. God is healing her.
Yes.
Look at her strength. Look at her. And then focusing on doing a competition.
Yeah.
I just did a 12-week program. You did a competition.
Oh,
I know what I went through on the 12-week program. And,
Girl, you know
to
who like
focus
to
on
keep
that.
it real. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's inspiring. It's
Oh
very
my
inspiring.
goodness, all at one time, and encouraging other mothers
Yeah.
that have gone through the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you just took that
That's
cross
purpose.
and ran with it.
That's purpose.
But when you came out to that patio and you were just lit up and hugging everybody,
I was glad, yeah. But that was not fake.
No.
And you know what? That was not fake. So when I walked through the door, and the joy that I felt, that was authentic. It was true. It was real. It wasn't fake, because I am getting my joy back.
Yes.
I am. It's possible. It's possible. Regardless of what you've gone through, you can get your joy back, but you have to work for it.
Yes.
You have to, not that you have to want it enough to work for it. And that's what I did. I wanted it enough because I knew I couldn't go through life feeling the weight and the pain and the grief. I could not go through the rest of my life feeling that way.
And it was a process, as you said, but you have to trust the process.
You have to trust girls. Yes.
You have to trust the process.
Yes.
It's not easy, but you have to trust the process.
You have to trust the process.
And you do that, I think you're inspired when you see others, if they can make it. And that's what I see with you. People will look at you and say, if she can make it, I can make it. You have people out there that they don't have friends like the support that we have.
Yeah.
So therein lies your purpose.
Yeah.
As that word gets out and they hear your story, that gives people hope.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful.
And that's so amazing to me how when you're dealing with things that go all for me, and one of the reasons it's incredible to me when I sit back and as I'm writing that this is my story.
Yes.
Because I look at things from starting when I was a child, things that happened from in my childhood, and then then you get married and become a mother. So my relationships with even my spouse, a mother, a blended family. Having a blended family, and just career.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my.
Okay.
That's a book in and of itself. Dealing with our careers, being a mother, having a career, and all those things, dealing with the things that we deal with in the workplace.
Yes,
all those kinds of things, and then this, and then certainly when our parents, when our friends, we have grief. Grief touches everybody.
Yes, it does.
Everybody, and. So I had, gone, certainly my parents are gone, are no longer here. I'd gone through that. But that was something that we consider in the normal course, if there were such a thing as a normal course. But to have your healthy child, otherwise healthy and stuff, and all of a sudden, to have that
unexpected,
I'm with you laughing and talking 1 minute, and 10 minutes later, we look in your room and that's the story, But, so I look at my story and I think about all the things that I've gone through, and to see that I'm still here.
Yes.
And at this point, I can still find joy in life. Yes. I can still find purpose. I know my purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to talk about that all the time. Girl, what's my purpose? Well, I know I like to inspire people. I know I like to motivate. But what's my real purpose?
And
I know my real purpose.
Sometimes when you even think you have purpose, as women, we're like, well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And of all the people, we should never say that. But when you think of all, like you just said, all the things you've gone through, you look at your career, your children, and just things that have gone on, spoken about or unspoken, then we should be the ones who say we can do anything. But you just gave that example of all you went through. So,
but we still cut ourselves short.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready. I'm not prepared.
Right.
That's why I'm liking where you are right now.
Yeah.
Because you're taking the risk. You're like, if I can do all that, and I'm still here, and I have joy, then I can
keep going.
my purpose.
I'm going to keep going.
That's
I'm going to
right.
keep moving forward. Moving forward. I'm going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep moving forward.